always debate with some of our brothers in the Raider Syndicate. Shout out to the Ultimate Raider Fan Turf. We always have this conversation. So he thinks that AOC is going to automatically have like an upper hand just because he was already in the building against someone like a Gardner Minshew. And I push back on that because, I think just Gardner Minshew as a veteran, I think those couple weeks that AOC was in the building is not going to put him above him from a playbook understanding, because right now they're not putting that much stuff in there anyway. They don't probably start doing that until mini camp and training camp and stuff like that. But what's your thoughts? Do you think that just walking into the building, AOC has a slight upper hand over Gardner?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think the fact that Gardner Minshew he's been on 3 different teams, so he's already had to learn 3 separate playbooks and schemes and systems. So I think from that aspect, he'll be able to understand it real quick. And now he's going to be with this fourth different team, right? So he has that advantage. This is technically Aiden O'Connell's first time ever having to relearn something. Right. So that could be a disadvantage for him. I think Gardner Minshew has the upper hand, especially since he's a veteran, right? So I think it's his 6th year in the NFL.
Yeah.
Plus he started, right? I think his rookie and second season, he started a ton of games. I don't know if he ever started with the Eagles when he was with the Eagles, but then he started this past season with the Colts. I think Aiden O'Connell was at a disadvantage. I really do think. Plus, Aiden O'Connell, we all see it. I know the coaches see it as well. The guy's very, very, very slow. All right, and I think that's going to hinder the Raiders' offense. We used to complain about Derek Carr, and we used to say, hey, this guy can't get out of the pocket. This guy cannot create plays. He does not have the legs to in the red zone, a lot of the time it comes down to making plays as a quarterback, right? We saw Derek Carr struggle doing that. Aiden O'Connell was worse than Derek Carr at creating plays, right? So to me, that right there is going to limit him. And it's actually surprising that we still took him in the 4th round. I thought that was kind of, looking back at it, right? Not at the time, but looking back at it, the fact that Aiden O'Connell doesn't have that pocket, the ability to create and those type of things, it's a bad pick. It's really a bad pick in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree, especially with the offensive line the way they are.
Right.
And you brought up Carr. It's like the thing with Carr that was frustrating is Carr's athletic. He's a mobile. I mean, he can run. I think he is. He's fast and and he just wouldn't do it. And it's probably because once he got injured, he just wasn't the same guy. Yeah. But I think Aiden just doesn't have the ability to do it. There's nothing. It's like no matter what, no matter how much squatting you do and lunges, you're not gonna get fast all of a sudden. Yeah,
you're either born with it. You have it when you're 15 or you don't. Exactly. 15, if you don't have it, you're never. That's not something you can develop.
Right. No, and I agree. And I don't I think he has some arm talent, but he doesn't have like that Dan Marino arm talent where you can really get away with just or Brady, where you have that lateral movement, where you can. So he just doesn't have. But if he's our starter, I'm rooting him on. But
me too.
It's going to be tough.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, 100% will root for him. But if we do roll forward with Aiden O'Connell, first of all, if Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew are only 2 quarterbacks, I think Minshew's going to win the job, right? Regardless, those 2 guys don't really get me excited for the Raiders. Right. I would, if those are our 2 quarterbacks, I would just make the assumption the Raiders are going into the season with the mindset that they're going to just look to get a quarterback the following season, right? Because it doesn't make sense, and I just don't think Minshew has it to win. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I'm with you.